previously.
A train groping and a murder seem to occur simultaneously. Yagami relentlessly pursues these cases, attempting to poke holes in each. After confronting Akihiro Ehara, the key figure in both crimes, he witnesses a harrowing video that provides more questions than answers. In it, a bound man pleads for his life, but his attacker, bound by vengeance, snuffs it out.
Well, hey, audio Velocity here, back in action for more Chapter 5 Attraction. That's right, it's Double Jeopardy, a movie I saw a long time ago and learned exactly what that means. It means he was committed a crime in which is a time or place in which he could not have done another crime, or was committed with the same crime over and over, i.e., he murdered somebody and that person was found out to be dead. You could murder them again because you already did your just dues. Because, again, you can't really do that. Suffice to say, things are heating up.
So the murder footage is already making the rounds online. I don't think it's showing up on TV, though.
Yeah, the net's a mess right now. It's all unsubstantiated rumors and unverified sources. Typical, really. An ex-cop going from by-the-book sex offender to vigilante avenger overnight is prime forum drama. Sentiment seems to be swinging in favor of Ehara, but there's plenty of folks on the fence about it, too. The reactions have been all over the board.
Do we know if that video is authentic? I mean, CG has come a long way, right?
Oh, or perhaps a deep fake. That is plausible. AI has reached the point where it can generate pretty convincing facsimiles.
And it's only gotten better at that, which is very troubling.
Someone even made a video that made it look like the US president was saying a bunch of crazy stuff. And that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Imagine.
Deep fakes are only getting more authentic looking.
Can't guys like you tell if a video is fake or not, though? Aren't there any signs?
Oh, there are several telltale signs of a video being doctored. So I ran every check I could think of on the murder footage. And wouldn't you know it, nothing came up. Most likely, we're looking at the real deal.
Most likely?
Well, no one can claim with absolute certainty that it wasn't altered in some way. Which means it's not substantial enough to prove Ehara's guilt. At least not in a court of law.
Gotcha. Do you know when and where the footage was uploaded?
It was posted sometime last night, but the source is too hard to pin down. The uploaders spread it across multiple servers overseas in a well-concerted effort to hide their tracks.
Makes sense. But I'll bet it ultimately came from Mikoshiba's killers, no matter how real or fake it is.
How do you figure?
Think about it. No one could have staged that unless they knew the specifics of how Mikoshiba was killed. From how he was positioned to little things like the blood on the ground, every last detail was just as the detectives described it.
That's a good point. All this browsing's really taken a toll on the old pinky.
Why would the killers go through the trouble of spreading this footage? What good would it serve them? Causing a public uproar? Obstructing the investigation? Whatever the case, they'll have some interviewing to do.
Looks like another visit to Ehara might clear things up. You should ask Shirosaki-sensei about it.
Yeah, that was my thought too.
Okay, well, got a lot of not fun stuff going on here, so that kind of sucked. Let's grab this on pay. The little meow. Hey, Kaito-san.
Let me get this straight. Ehara went and felt a lady up on the day Mikoshiba got killed on purpose? If that's the case, why the hell would he upload a murder confession after the fact? Is he trying to get caught?
Only Ahara could answer that one for you. I want to ask him that question myself.
So, we're off to see Saori-san then?
I guess so.
Let's roll, Talk.
But we're not gonna do that immediately. There's a mascot thing that went up in arms about it, so I think we should go look at that first and foremost. About that piece. There we go. Right here. Is the mascot thing no longer there? Let's see. No. Can't buzz research anymore. A little weird, but okay. I guess we just have to talk to Saori-san. We're not allowed to do anything else. Sorry, Kaito-san. You're being a little too slow, Pokey. Come on. Oh, only here? How was I able to use it? Are they really after me? Hey, Kaito-san. Welcome back. Jeez. Yeah, there's a whole lot of nothing going on around here. Alright. Race-on.
Hold the door, please.
Mafia, you're here?
It's been too damn long, Mafia-chan.
Yeah. By any chance, Yagami-kun, are you working on a case for Saori? A video got leaked. It depicted a man committing a murder.
Mafuyu Fuji, prosecutor. Mafuyu is a public prosecutor for the Tokyo office. He's also best friends with Saori-san ever since college. You talented lady hotshots of the law, on opposing sides of the courtroom. Apparently have a bit of a fan club. I mean, I would too. That sounds like peak Yuri. That literally sounds like Ace Attorney, but Yuri.
Are you here about the Ahara case too?
Of course. The prosecutor's office is in total chaos right now, especially the higher-ups.
I'll bet. After all, they're the ones who pushed for Ahara's battery conviction. If that video's real, that would mean Ahara got them to hand him a slap on the wrist instead of a murder conviction.
Yes. And it's not like the prosecution can say, "Sorry, Your Honor, we'd like a do-over," after the fact. To make matters worse, everything leading up to the trial was broadcast all over the news. Changing our tune now would undermine public trust.
That's for sure.
So, for the time being, our department is trying to predict how the defense will approach the situation. Hence why they sent me here to check in on my good friend Saori. Totally no strings attached.
Well, that clears up a lot.
There you kids are. Figured you had to show up sometime.
Mafia? You're caught up in this too?
Yeah, she ran into us downstairs.
I'm sure you can work out that I'm here to spy on you. But wouldn't you like to know what we're up to as well?
Are you sure that's your only motive coming here?
Sorry?
Something like a professional excuse to see Yagami-san?
That was not what I was thinking.
In your dreams? I had no idea Yagami-kun was involved until just now.
Alright, I'll accept that. For now.
Gotta say, I miss this little banter.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
Needless to say, our office is going through this footage with a fine-tooth comb. That said, they've already determined their stance. They've deemed it an unreliable source and therefore useless as evidence. Basically, they want it to look like it was considered and already thrown out.
Huh? So, they're not gonna verify the video? Not even question Ahara about Mikoshiba? Nothing?
Nope. Not after it was proven in court that Ehara committed sexual battery on October 7th. I mean, wouldn't you say a conviction has a certain finality to it?
I'm starting to understand why Ihara did this. Because the idea that he was able to get away with murder, but yet still did a loophole in the whole situation, so they can't charge him for this or that, makes everybody look like a fool except for him. And like on top of that, he got revenge on the whole situation and just kind of mastermind genius status. Clearly there's at least one other person that is working with him. I don't know how or what or why or who, but I don't think it's a team. I do, however, think that other person hired all those people. That is my hypothesis.
Besides, there's no way Ehara could have murdered Mikoshiba within that limited time span.
Right.
Which means the murder video doesn't really add up, does it?
What are you getting at?
I'm saying the prosecution believes the video has been falsified. Special effects, CGI, whatever it is, we're not buying it.
Huh.
Furthermore, the prosecutor pushing that stance was the one who handled Ehara's trial.
And that is...
His name is Sadao Takano. He was the one gunning the hardest for Ehara the first time around, especially considering his officer status. He kept insisting justice be served, which got the public behind him rather quickly.
He certainly looked the part of the people's prosecutor, grilling Ehara in court.
So what you're saying is, Takano could never accept anything but Ahara's original sentence. Since this footage of the murder contradicts that finding, he just thinks it's a sham.
Yes, and he'd add that a fair trial's result can't be challenged by some video on the internet.
Well, who could honestly trust a system that changes its mind so easily? Both the prosecutor's office and the court are beholden to the case as Takano-kun presented it.
But that's just sweeping the issue under the rug.
It has a domino effect, too. The police are beholden to the verdict we got, so their hands are tied. This applies to both Tokyo and Kanagawa.
Really? Why's that?
Supposedly, they don't want to get involved with Ehara until they're sure the video is real. If they come in with a list of questions about the murder, it'll show that doubt's being cast on the original ruling.
Yeah, but no one can prove that the video's real.
Right. There's no way to verify the legitimacy of an untraceable video. But if the police aren't allowed to see Ehara, he'll never even become a suspect in the murder. That means he's untouchable.
Exactly. None of the detectives are happy about that. Especially down in Kanagawa. Their job is to bring in a suspect, but their leads are all ending up at the same dead end.
Video footage of a murder preventing a police investigation instead of starting one. What absurd situation.
Until recently, people were lining up to bring Ahara to justice. Yet somehow his involvement in a murder totally derailed that.
Don't be so surprised. No cop would ever want to undermine a ruling based on their own findings. Anyone who wants to go against the grain's gonna need hard evidence on their side.
So the case goes cold, all to save face for the court and the prosecution. If Ahara really did commit murder, it'll have been the perfect crime. This debacle only serves as proof.
True. It would turn the trial into a farce. There's no way we're letting this go.
But wouldn't challenging this mean going up against the entire system?
Yeah. That scare ya?
Not at all. In fact, I was just thinking, we're the only ones who could take a case like this.
Ha! That's the good shit, kid.
This whole time, we've been writing off Ehara as a convicted sexual predator. But it's looking more and more likely the court played right into his hand. As for me, I'm done being played for a fool.
Then you've heard what I came to say. And with that, I will be on my way. But if you need help, just ask.
I think we're good for now, but thanks.
That did clear up a lot.
No problem. See ya.
Man, was Mafuyu-chan cuter than ever, or what? Think maybe it's time to light that flame again, huh?
How many times do I have to tell you? It's not like that.
Look at his little lunges. Pedo-san, you dog.
Yagami-san, we should go see Ihara as soon as possible. I wonder what he'll have to say about the video.
Okay.
Mafia-kun's pretty popular now, you know. A looker like her, I bet criminals line up for their day in court.
Kind of nerd. What up?
Anyway, what I'd like to do is ask Ihara about that video face to face. Any chance we could see him again?
I was actually about to suggest that. One moment. It's from Ihara's prison.
What?
Did something happen?
Hello? Yes, this is Shirosaki. Yes, I can talk.
His prison? Why would they call us directly?
Guess we'll find out.
Understood. I appreciate the candor. That was one of the prison wardens. He was asked to convey a message from Ihara.
About what?
In short, he won't be speaking with his representation any further.
You're joking.
To be more specific, he said he's not taking any more questions. It seems he fully grasps the situation, even in custody.
How is that even possible?
I'm guessing the murder footage that was uploaded yesterday was also planned out in advance. That or Ihara's conspirators have to be filling him in. How else could he predict we'd try to see him again so soon?
I can see either of those scenarios making sense.
But only someone on the force could be leaking insider information to him like that.
Damn. This shit's turning into a full-blown conspiracy, eh, Talk?
Whatever it is, it's screwing up our plans.
Yeah, the timing couldn't have been worse. Now what are we supposed to do?
Come on. There are plenty of leads that don't involve grilling the culprit.
Yeah? I'd like to hear them.
Well, if it were me, I'd start with Saori-kun.
Okay.
The first thing I want to learn is whether Ihara is really the murderer in this footage. Given the entire sexual battery incident as an alibi, there is no way he could have murdered Mikoshiba. However, this new footage knocks the bottom out of that premise.
Right. Either his alibi or the murder footage. One of the two's been fabricated.
The groping or the murder? Right now, which one do we doubt more? The groping incident was a setup. What if they're both real? The murder footage was fabricated. That's my thinking, honestly. As a famous detective in The Residency once said, there's 4 options that you have on you. Either you believe the one story, you believe the second story, or you believe both stories are lies, or both stories are true. Those are your 4 options. Considering that we don't have an idea of it being a lie for both of them, I think it's this.
Well, hold on. What if they're both real?
Both his alibi and the video? In that case, let's start with the murder. After committing the murder in Ijincho, Ihara would have had 13 minutes to make it to Ikebukuro Station.
Ijincho and Ikebukuro are roughly 30 kilometers apart. It's possible if he traveled 140 kilometers an hour.
Is it though? Ihara would have had to change out of his bloody clothes. So he probably ought to shave those 13 minutes down. On top of that, he was traveling during rush hour. It just doesn't seem feasible.
Okay, then let's rule that out. I'd say we're making some progress here, guys.
Boy, you're really reaching for that silver lining, aren't you?
That wasn't my reasoning to it, but sure. Regardless of who actually murdered Mikoshiba, we have 2 conflicting accounts here. Which one was faked? Okay. The groping incident was a setup.
I think we should revisit the harassment case. When the sentence came down in court, no one expected it to end up as a murder alibi. Plus, everyone suspected Ahara was working alone. He may have not been. All this makes a huge difference. No one would suspect a train groping to involve accomplices or alibis. The search for evidence wouldn't be as intense as for a murder.
But the entire incident was caught on camera, top to bottom. There's more than enough physical evidence, too.
Then we'll need to verify each and every aspect of the case.
Okay, what first? Should we investigate the crime scene again? Maybe we'll discover something new if we check out the station during the crime's actual time frame.
No, I think we saw everything we could there. Actually, if we're reviewing evidence, we could do that from right here, couldn't we?
What catches your eye specifically? I ask because fabricated evidence would likely show signs of tampering. This would prove Ahara's alibi doesn't hold up.
And to really scrutinize this case, what evidence was Ihara relying on to falsify his alibi? A mass transit card belonging to Akihiro Ihara. Meter pass automatically records the time of entry into the station. He passed through the Ikebukuro station ticket gate at 7:43 a.m., over an hour before the incident occurred. Report of the trace element inspection taken from Akihiro Ihara's hands immediately after his arrest. The trace fibers detected on him match the fibers of the victim's underwear. Don't think that was wrong. A video recorded on smartphone taken by one of the computers. It shows Akihiro Ihara getting pinned down by passengers at the Shinjuku station platform on October 7th, 2021 at 9:12 a.m. Footage has aired on TV numerous times. Security camera footage of the Shinjuku station platform on October 7th, 2021 at 9:12 a.m. Numerous cameras recorded the roper attempting to flee the scene, with a female victim in pursuit. The murder footage of Mikoshiba that was leaked online, it shows Ikehiro Ihara in the white raincoat, murdering Mikoshiba while he's tied to a chair. An overhead view of the Shinjuku station platform where the groper was captured. Half of the groper from exiting the train up until his capture is marked with arrows. Position of the numerous security cameras on the platform and the range of coverage are also displayed. What must be the seat with the groping evidence? Could it be this? What if it is this? The security cam footage from inside a train car at 9:06 a.m. on October 7th, 2021. Akihiro Ihara and the female victim board the train, but the actual crime is not visibly captured by the camera. However, when the train arrives at Shinjuku Station, the footage clearly shows the female victim grabbing Ihara's wrist, followed by him fleeing. So, I think it's this. Security footage of Ikebukuro Station. That doesn't show his full face. That could be fabricated. This kind of shows it. I think this could be fabricated.
This part's still getting to me.
The security cameras inside the train caught the act on tape.
So Ahara was caught red-handed?
Quite. Once he was detained, police detected fibers of the victim's underwear on his hand. That makes for the most conclusive evidence in a battery case.
And there's no way he just bumped into her or something, right?
The victim wore a knee-length skirt, so the assailant had to expend considerable effort to reach her undergarments. That's not bumping into someone, Yagami-san. The victim reported feeling physical contact right as the train began moving. She said she spent her 6-minute ride to Shinjuku in shock and revulsion.
Could you describe the victim for me?
She's an office worker married to an industrial designer. Also has a 6-year-old son. Full name, Yuri Mamiya, 30 years old.
A wife and mother.
Perhaps if we talk to Mamiya-san directly, she could give us more insight than that video. She may even recall something none of us know, upon learning Ihara's alibi might have been fabricated.
That's a good plan. We'll finally have a fresh source of info.
In that case, give me a moment so I can get a meeting set up. We should have her address and other information somewhere on file. Bear in mind, Mamiya-san was the victim here. As the assailant's defense, I doubt we'll get a warm welcome.
That's pretty standard for us, I'd say. Nobody rolls out the red carpet for a detective, right?
Yeah. Say, Kaito-san, it looks like we've got some free time, so let's say we grab some food.
Now that you mention it, I am getting hungry.
Yay, food! Alright, cool.
I brought my own food. Unless I'm working at the courthouse, I always bring a bento. Thanks to Mom.
Mama's boy.
Say, Yagami, you sure you don't want to take up your old post again? I've got nothing against detectives, but the energy here is so different when you're around.
More chaotic, you would say?
We should have the victim's personal information somewhere on file here. I'll need some time to find it. Feel free to go eat with Kaito-san.
Good old Kaito-san. Always ready to eat something. Hee hee.
Huh.
You think they want something? Bet it's not a friendly hello.
They do look like they mean business.
This Arcade's idea of an ambush? How basic.
Kaito-san, there's more.
Over there, too.
Same losers from yesterday. Guess they want to settle the score.
Looks like they rounded up some buddies and waited for us to show.
Well, whatever the hell they want, let's not get Genda-sensei and them involved. Follow me.
Okay.
Get away from the Genda law office. Okay. I needs to smoke. I needs my smokies. Got a keyword, stalker. Alright, cool. We're smoking first. Let's go. Real smoking action. Finally. Silky smoke. I gotta be real, if the whole entire bubble trend is gonna happen, I'm gonna be so happy because, like, that's just a really cool thing to do, or just, like, instead of it's a cigarette, it's just bubbles. That's just, like, so whimsical and wonderful. I love it. But we're not getting that. Might as well just grab all these little things along the way. It seems fine for the most part. Where we gotta go off to?
Alright, I'm getting fed up with this shit.
Why haven't they made a move yet? It's like they're waiting for something.
Whatever it is, they're taking their sweet-ass time. Hey! Quit dicking around and come get some!
What the hell? They're just gonna keep stalking us?
Nope, thanks for waiting, assholes!
Oh, damn!
Let me guess. You're RK too?
Bastard went straight for our heads. Are you nuts, guy? Shut your mouth!
Alright then. If they about it. Alright. Woo! Got him! Got him good! Oh, I almost had that. Get him? Right, I guess that was something. Come on, get it. No! I wanted to do like a little thing, like whoosh whoosh. Bud, come on, that was not cool, and you know that wasn't cool. Ooh, let's grab the bat. Hey, what's up? Oh, bud, no, sorry, that's not gonna happen. Rude. Rude child.
That's one down.
We're not out of the woods just yet.
Warm. You?
Damn. You really went all out on the backup. Is the whole town RK now or something?
Doc, we should probably get gone before the cops roll in.
Why? It's not our fault we're getting jumped.
We did beat him pretty hard, though.
Guess their plan was to come at us in waves. I've about had it with this crap.
Yeah. At this rate, we won't be meeting Sari-san and the others. Wouldn't want to drag them into this.
Point. So why not hit RK at home?
Yeah?
Why not? Soma and Akutsu are at the top, and they probably remember me. I'll just ask them real nice to keep their goons off our back. Unless you want to keep dealing with these fucking scrubs.
I'm fine with making a house call. Any idea where it is?
Yeah, a club in the back of Theater Square. Used to be RK exclusive. Nowadays, I hear they let in thugs from all over. I admit, I'm kind of curious.
Okay, so we gotta go to the RK hideout. Fair enough. Got anything else going for us? No. I guess that little thing's over at night. The next time, everybody, we're gonna go head off to the little theater alley. Until then, thank you all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you can. Sayonara. Bye-bye.